All right, what's up everyone? I'm gonna do a short video today on how I add on to my line. I've been doing a little bit this year, adding off of what I started last year. Really, last year was my first year running this line down by where I go to school here, so I'm gonna kind of show you guys how I add on to it, and it's a pretty efficient system. I think I've added, what, 32 miles already this year as far as my dryland stuff goes. And this is gonna be my last day of adding on to it. After today I should have enough, but I'm gonna try and show you guys if it's gonna show up. Here's how I kind of do it. I got my miles per hour. I go down to my trip, then I go reset. So now I'm sitting at the beginning of this road here, and I got my thing set at 0. So we're zeroed out on miles, and now we're just gonna start driving. This is a little loop. I've looked at the Google Maps. I used quite a bit of that. I've looked at that. I think it looks pretty good. I've been over here before and it usually looks pretty good. But basically what I'm gonna do is I'll have that count the miles that I've driven, and I'll count out locations just driving by them, like low spots, high spots, corn with poles from timber, and all that stuff. And I'll kind of just keep a count and see how many locations I have per mile basically by the end of it. I like to run at least 3 locations per mile, if not more. I got some areas that are really dense and some that aren't, but yeah, we're gonna take a look around here, and I got the hip boots on today, so I'm gonna get down into some of these trails and show you guys some stuff. Hopefully get the blood pumping here. Season's coming before too long. So anyways guys, I'll see you at a trail. All right guys, it did not take me long, but if you guys can see this, we got quite a coon trail here going up by this pole coming from a big mature timber. You might actually be able to see some raccoon. Yep, there's a raccoon track right there. So got us a nice coon trail there, guys. It's coming from this big timber back here. So yeah, that'll get the blood pumping here. That's the first one on this line, so let's keep moving. All right, you guys, we're at another one here. This would be, I think this is location number 6 potentially that I've counted on this line. There's a big tube here. It's really hard to tell that they're running this because it's so dry. But another thing I want to point out too is they don't always run that really low stuff like that. I actually almost fell in this on the way down here. You guys can see up through there, there's a tunnel that they're just barreling down along this concrete wall of this culvert. So anyways guys, just something to look for. Sometimes our trails are in weird places. So on to the next one. All right, you guys, we're about 200 yards away from that big culvert I was just in. If you guys can see, it's kind of open, but they're just coming through this ditch here, going underneath these weeds through that tube over there. Yeah, that's 7, and I've went 2.5 miles, so looking good so far, guys. All right, you guys, this one's kind of really hard to tell, but if you get right in here, there's really bare dirt all around here, but it's all just a beaten path up underneath the cedar tree right here. There's a timber to timber location. You can see they're coming down through up over the road. But yeah, timber to timber locations like this, guys, get me pumped up. That's going to be a good producer probably all year long. All right guys, this is more for anyone who's trapping in a drought like we're going to be this year again. But this really dry stuff, if you look at this from the road, you'd think, wow, there's absolutely nothing going through there at all. We got a cornfield right there coming from a timber with a pond. But if you get down in these ditches, which especially in these drought years you have to do, be able to find this stuff. But if you get down in here, look at the path they got going, guys. That is just nuts, coming through this culvert going up there to that cornfield. That's just crazy. But yeah guys, sometimes you got to get down and dirty, but it's worth it. That trail there is going to be one heck of a producer. So that's location number 14 on this road so far. So going good. I don't got to do nothing for this one, guys. This one here is popping pretty good already. Along one of the biggest trees on this fence line here, off of a pole, got this nice trail coming up in there. So yeah, we went about, oh, I don't even know, 50 yards from that last spot I just showed you. So good little area here. Well guys, we just found location number 20. on this new piece. I've been 6 miles, got 20 locations already, but this one's got me pumped up because this one's a timber to timber location too. If you can see, going there, they're also coming from over here too, going through a tube. So I'm getting pumped up, guys. This is this area is going to produce us some coon. So anyways, guys, let's get down the road. All right, you guys, we're down in a ditch here. Coon are running perpendicular with the road here up until there's a washout up there. They get through, they go under the fence up through this washout, and then there's a cornfield right over here to my side. So I'm up to 25 locations on this route, and it's only been 6.5 miles, so we got into some pretty dense stuff here. All right, guys, we're at another one here. Culvert from timber to timber. The coon are running down in there. This will be number 33, number 33. But they also got a trail coming right over here, and it wraps down to the tube down there too. So I set one in the tube and set one on the high trail too. So moving on, guys. We just came over the hill from that other low spot I was at, and I just saw this trail weaving down here. Lo and behold, we got a culvert in here going to a cornfield. The coon are wrapping around in there, walking around all over down in there too. So that will be number 34, guys. I don't even know how far we went. How far have we gone? Let's take a look. 10.6 miles, so not bad so far, guys. I'm gonna keep chugging along here, see if we can't find any more. All right, you guys, we just wrapped up that first little loop there. Ended up with 38 locations on 12.5 miles. Now, actually, I'll just pull over right here, but I'll show you guys how I hold on a minute. Hold on. I'll show you guys how I keep track of that. So I got my notebook. I always got a notebook with me, but you can see I've already been doing some scouting. So all right, 12.5, and then just put miles there so I know what the heck I'm talking about. And then I'll put 38 locations, and that's how I keep track of the new stuff that I got, guys. I know which loops these are and everything. So yeah, that's kind of how I do it. We're gonna head over to another little, I don't even know how big it is, probably three or 4 miles maybe. Not a very big loop, but I definitely want to go check it out. So I'll see you there. Another thing just to kind of add for you guys when you're trying to add on to your line a little bit like this, that loop that I just made, it's about, I'd say it's about a half a mile from my line where it started, and it wasn't even 3/4 of a mile for me to just, I'm actually about there. I'm about to hop right back on to where my existing territory, if you will, already is. So I mean, it's really not that far out of my way, guys. And actually, pulling up right now, it looks like I got a location on the way back to my line anyways. I wonder if there's a trail or anything here. That'd be kind of cool. Oh yeah. Huh. Yeah, I'll get out and show you guys here quick. Yeah, this is actually going to be on my way back to my line here, but there's kind of a trail going through there, and then there's the main highway coming down right here. You can really see it good on the other side of the road, coming through this farmer's gateway here, which I won't set because I don't want them to run over my stuff. But yeah, I got a highway going through there, going down to the culvert on that side and that side. So yeah, that's going to be a good one. Well, guys, I shouldn't even have turned the GoPro off, but you can see there's a tube down here. The cooner, you can pick that up. They're going up there, and then they're also following this ditch up into the corn. But we were just by that little gate right up there, that little crossing into the cornfield. So I bet we're probably 60 yards from where we just were, and we got another one already. So yeah, I'll take that, absolutely. All right, guys, I wanted to just kind of show you this little trick of the trade, if you will, I guess. But I'm out here in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it's just beans, and then there's a pond on the other side. But if you guys look up there, there's a hog confinement. I can hear them screaming up there, good grief. But with that hog confinement and this pond just on the other side of the road, I do not care about the crop rotation, because there's a culvert down here. If you guys can see this trail that they got going down the, good grief. Yeah guys, we're gonna catch some critters out of that one. But yeah guys, crop rotation doesn't always matter, and it doesn't always have to be a timber to timber either. They live in those hog confinement buildings, guys. I've caught a lot of coon out of them. So anyways, just a little tip. All right, you guys, as I'm driving, I always kind of look for stuff, especially on cedar trees. But if you see right in there, there's a little dip in the grass there, and I haven't even been over there yet to look at it. So we'll go take a look. Very faint start of a trail going down through here, guys, but it'll develop. I mean, we got a block of timber up there, and then we got corn across the road. But I'm actually gonna go drive up to the next cedar tree here quick for you guys, because I guarantee you there's a trail at this one. We got a fence running perpendicular to the road, and then there's a cedar tree they're coming right off of. Right, oh yeah, you guys can see that in the frame there. Right there, there's a trail. We'll come up to this fence that's perpendicular to the road here, that's coming from this timber. There might be a trail off of that cedar tree too, with that pole. Nothing really coming. Oh no, that's more of a deer trail there. But yeah guys, another thing too, those fences that run to the road like that, the coon are almost always running them, but as far as where they're crossing the road, it could be 20 or 30 foot from that actual fence line coming to the road. So just a thing to keep in mind, always check around those perpendicular fences running to a cornfield or whatever from a timber, because them big bore coon, they like running them suckers. So my good grief, guys, this location here, you can see they're tunneling right out of the culvert there. They're going all over the place, coming up through there. They're going up through there. I mean, they're just flipping hammer down. I'll actually get around this little shrub tree here and show you guys. There, yeah, I'd say they're using this one. This is location number 8 already, and I've been a half mile, so quite a little stretch here so far. Another thing too, when you guys are out scouting, you can see we got standing beans right now, and there's just quite a trail going down to the tube, and then there's a trail coming up over the road as well. But if they cut this bean field before season, I'm probably not going to catch hardly anything on it, and it's almost not even worth me even stopping here. So unless those beans are standing, I won't even set this trail. So anyways guys, just kind of got to think about how things are going to change here over the next, how far out are we now, like 5 or 6 weeks or whatever it is. But yeah, things are going to change, guys. Not all these trails that are showing up now are going to be active come November. So all right guys, we're at another one here. Good Lord, I almost died. But we got a dry ditch running up to a timber coming from a cattle pasture with a bunch of big den trees behind me. So this will be basically a timber to timber location, and probably a dang good one at that too. It looks pretty good. So that's 12 locations in 1.7 miles, guys. That's how just going and actually getting hands-on with some of these little loops or whatever you want to call them, that's how going out and actually looking at them can pay off in a hurry. Because I could have trapped this last year easily, but I didn't cross the highway over to it. It's like 300 yards from my last stop before I turned around on my line last year, and it's an absolute honey hole. So anyways guys, just something to think about when you're branching out. If you go out and actually look, it can definitely pay off in a big way. All right you guys, that last little loop I did there died off pretty quick actually. Wasn't what it showed. It looked like a lot of farmers had ripped out a bunch of waterways and cleared them out or whatever, which seems to be happening more and more around here anymore. But yeah, I ended up, it was 5.2 miles, and it had 16 locations. So that first mile and a half had like 12 of them. So I might just hit that first 1.5 miles and then turn around and hop right back on my old line again, because I'll drive 1.5 miles for that many locations. That's dang good stuff. So, but yeah, that's kind of what I got out of that one. Good little strip in there, but it kind of died off pretty quick on me. So yep, that'll be it for this one, guys. Just kind of giving you some pointers and showing you how I break down new ground, and how you can add just little loops here and there, and it'll eventually add up over time. So anyways, guys, if you would, please like, share, subscribe, all that good jazz, and I'll see you on the next one.